What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Dragon Age Inquisition. As always, if you're new here or haven't yet, please do subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and of course, if you want to catch up on the rest of the Let's Play so far, go ahead and check the description below. I'll have the whole series down there in a playlist in order for everybody. So, this episode, I figured we might get going on with some dragon hunting, but before that, we're going to check the war table, make sure everything's squared away, set some new things going. It's always good to do this at the start of an episode. So we have make. Why manipulate one army when you can manipulate two? My compliments to the Spy Master for her wonderfully dirty tricks. 3 eyes. We got a masterwork dagger grip and a jagged longbow grip. We won't be using those, but it's cool to get the mission done, I suppose. So deploy Reese and Evangeline. These are Cole's friends. Inquisitor. We are honored to serve the Inquisition, and we will leave straight away. I pray that you defeat Corypheus, whatever he is, soon. It is terrifying to see demons pour into the world, endangering innocent people, and as a medium, I have studied spirits at length. I know many of these poor creatures meant no harm to this world, and were drawn into it against their will, corrupted through no fault of their own into something dangerous. I once called such a creature my friend. I lost him in the rebellion, and never had the chance to offer forgiveness for the mistakes he made, or help him find his way back safely into the Fade. For the sake of both this world and that of the spirits, I wish you success. Both Evangeline and I will fight tirelessly on your behalf. Yours, Reese. There is a note below, presumably added by Cole. He remembers. It seems like Reese has forgiven him for his trespasses and wishes he had chance to make amends. I mean, he's not dead, right? There is still time to stop the key from turning, like he says in Halo.
We need good news.
Save Valcolleen from the Venatori. Inquisitor, our forces have routed the Venatori in Valcolleen. I've put our people to work on the relief efforts until we're recalled to duty. Thank you for letting us help this place. It is good to give the people a reason to trust the Templars again. Servis. We got a new war table operation there. Have Servis lead a fight against Blood Mages, I think it was. Let's see how we lifted morale. Improving morale. Commander. Everyone's grateful for the new cook. A good meal after a long day certainly lifts the spirits. Talk around the dinner table has become more lively. Supplies in the approach are limited, but I swear that man can cook anything from nothing. One night, he managed to produce fish and egg pie. I haven't had one of those since Starkhaven. Sometimes, the smallest things remind you what you're fighting for. Night, Captain Rylan. Yeah, I thought they would appreciate a good, solid meal. What was it? Josephine wanted to give them a library, and I think Liliana wanted to give them shoes. Shoes were a good option too, but giving them a cook to get some good food at the end of a hard day's work, that will go a tremendously long way if you let it. So, a friend in Carinus. According to Dorian, while most of Intermagisters are not Venatori supporters, they will also not raise a finger to prevent the Venatori from wreaking havoc in the south. There are some, however, who see the cult for what it is, and are trying to expose it. A Magister contact in Carinus by the name of Maevaris Talane is attempting to introduce a law in the Imperial Senate which would see Venatori activity sharply curtailed into winter. Dorian suggests that quiet Inquisition support of Maevaris would be beneficial, and ultimately could drum up support from other Magisters fearful of what Corypheus represents. Tevinter is a land where secrets are weapons. Let us arm this Magister against those who would oppose her vote. Good.
Let's see what we have.
No sense playing fair in Tevinter, that won't get her anywhere. Inquisitor, we've reports of an abandoned gold mine in the hills south of Griffinwing Keep. According to the locals, the mine's still capable of producing. It was abandoned only because the threat of Darkspawn attack made the operation unfeasible. Should we dispatch soldiers to secure the place and guard any wagons that make their way to the keep, it should add considerably to our income for the future. Yeah, we'll send some soldiers for that.
Right.
It is never a bad thing to have a profit, right? Inquisitor, you have activated a number of the Elven artifacts used to detect the magical energies of the Veil. Individually, such readings have been helpful. If we can coordinate measurements of all the artifacts simultaneously, however, I believe we may be able to uncover rifts that may not even have opened yet. I have drafted a proposal for how we might use Inquisition Mages across Orlais and Ferelden to activate these artifacts in a coordinated fashion, if you think that it might be useful. Solus. If the Inquisition forces are stretched thin, Nobles in the area will happily ensure the safety of our mages. That sounds like the good option to me, just to send her on a little something something so she has something to do like the rest of them. Right, now before we go a dragon hunting, we do have a Tevinter to sit in judgment of. We captured Servis last episode, one of Corypheus's men, so let's see what the little rat Tevinter has to say for himself.
Before you is Servis of the Minrathous Circle of Magi. You met him and his Venatori in the western approach.
Oh,
He admits to working for Corypheus, raising monsters and using magic for conquest. He also used his connections to smuggle magical artifacts out of the approach, without his master's consent.
And he wanted to leave too. He was looking for other places of employment. We found his letter.
Whether or not he's loyal to Corypheus has no bearing on his crimes.
I was hired by a third party. I've no loyalty to him. Might you find that useful, your worship?
I'm sorry, are you attempting to bargain with us?
Almost certainly.
Bargain? I plead. I throw myself on your mercy. I also have friends in Tevinter who owe me large debts. Leave what happened in the approach behind us, Inquisitor, and I can put them all at your disposal.
Give him back to Corypheus? Obviously not. An informant on probation, or we can toss him in prison. You see, the thing about him having no loyalty is that also means it applies to us, right? Him having no loyalty isn't a bargaining chip. It's not the bargaining chip that he thinks it is, right? If he couldn't be trusted to work for Corypheus and he couldn't be trusted with any of his men, then how the hell are we supposed to be able to trust him? The answer is we can't. And given that I don't have an option here to chop his head off, I think we'll just put him in the dungeon.
People have died because of you. Letting you walk free would be an insult to their memory. Throw him in the prison. We may question him later.
Imprisonment? For how long? Inquisitor!
The rest of your days, until you see the plan you tried to carry out crumble to ash before you. But don't worry, you won't be alone for too long. We'll have plenty of people coming down there to join you. Yeah, if you recall, I did say that we have a prison that we can fill up. So, if we go down into the dungeon, we can check out his accommodations. It'll just be him for now, I think, because the only other option we had to imprison would have been Knight Captain Denham, and I sent him to the gallows, so. Where are you, Servis? Should be in here somewhere.
This is a waste, Inquisitor. I demand another trial.
That's the mayor of Crestwood. Did we do a service? Or perhaps he isn't here yet. We did only just do the whole thing. Yeah, I don't think he's here yet. Although I gotta be honest, the mayor of Crestwood really drew the short straw, didn't he? He's in like the skybox part of the dungeon that is broken down, and I mean, imagine the fall. Yeah, I think we should put Servis in this one, right next to the crumbling floor, just to keep him awake at night, you know? Make him realize how lucky he is that I didn't just chop the head. Anyways, now we can go to the western approach and take care of our little dragon problem. This should be fun. I'm excited to see how this will go. I did do some respecking in between episodes. I respect Cassandra and crafted her some goodies, so I'll show you guys that. I also respect Solus, but I didn't craft him any goodies. I gave him a purple staff that we've picked up along the way, but I didn't craft anything for him. I was going to also respec Vivian, but I actually think she's okay where she is. Once we start getting tier 3 materials for crafting, that's when I'll probably start juicing everybody up with materials, but I'll also be needing to juice myself up. Anyways, just quickly, I'll go ahead and show what we're working with here. So, in Sword and Board, everything is gone, basically, aside from Bear Mauls the Wolves, which is just turn and flank off, essentially. I did drop points into Battlemaster here. Grappling Chain, we have this disabled. We gave her the damage reduction every time she crit hits. And then we got Coup de Grace, which is a damage bonus. Every time an enemy is stunned or knocked down, there's a 30% damage bonus from her. And then Horn of Valor, this is the important one, and we have a ring for her too. So your Warhorn's blast rings across the battlefield, giving allies the strength to fight harder, so you get a 15% damage bonus and a 15% armor bonus for 10 seconds. And with the upgrade we took, Fortifying Blast, Horn of Valor now grants guard to your allies each time they deal damage. So my entire party is going to have a guard meter now, that's the cool part. Here we picked up Blessed Blades. You rally all of your nearby allies to fight with greater strength, especially when facing demons. That's a 15% damage bonus. Here we have Maker's Will. Your party's attacks have a chance to weaken their targets. It's a 5% chance to weaken somebody for 6 seconds. Always cool. And then we got There Is No Darkness. Your faith is your protection against the elements, and not for you alone. The entire party gains increased resistance to fire, ice, electric, and spirit damage. That is a 10% reduction to the entire party. And then we have Wrath of Heaven. You summon a blinding pillar of light that stuns nearby enemies and damages demons. So it stuns everything for 4 seconds and does 400% weapon damage against specifically demons. And then we picked up the upgrade Embrace the Light, which is Wrath of Heaven, does even more damage to demons and leaves enemies stunned for longer. So we get an extra 2 seconds of stun and an extra 300% on demons. So that is 700% weapon damage and a 6-second stun duration. Now for Solus, we did the bare bones of barriers. We just kind of took what we needed right there. I did take some cold stuff, like Winter's Grasp, Winter Stillness, of course, Ice Mine with the upgrade Brittle Glyph, which is, while frozen, the enemies of the Inquisition lose all armor, which is going to be good for us. Ice Armor, which is every time you stand near a frozen target, you will get damage reduction. And then Blizzard, with the upgrade Winter Winds, which is Blizzard continues without you having to sustain it, so you just pop it and then you move on. This is where the big enchilada happened. So we got Stonefist with Shatterstone. The boulder summoned by Stonefist now explodes on impact, weakening and staggering nearby enemies, and this weakens people for 10 seconds. We got Veil Strike with the upgrade Punching Down, which is you cast Veil Strike more easily, and the blow weakens your enemies, causing them to do less damage. So more weaken, it's debuffs, right? Restorative Veil is just mana recovery based on the damage you do, and then the Encircling Veil is just a duration bonus on weakened targets for status effects. Down here, we picked up Twisting Veil. You catch stray magic around weakened enemies and use them to increase the damage of your own attacks. That's just going to make him do more juice. And then we got Firestorm, which is his ultimate. You summon flaming meteors, raining fire down upon enemies all over the area for the next several seconds. That is a pretty good big AoE blast attack if we wanted to just give everybody the business. It'll be a toss-up, really, between using mine and using his. I don't know which one I'll prioritize. Depends on the target, I think.
The theory of high dragon behavior is absurd, but... Oh, yes?
I know for this fight that we're about to get into, mine will be the big enchilada.
I found this manuscript on dragons in an ancient Tevinter laboratory. Will it help you?
What remarkable diagrams. Are these chambers of the draconic heart? Oh, if only I could read the script. Do you perhaps know a linguist? Or a Tevinter historian?
I don't, but the Inquisition might. I'll speak to our specialists.
Oh, you're gonna give me a war table mission, aren't you? Oh, that's
Speak
tragic.
some other time.
Yeah, I thought we were done and ready to do this. Actually, it does say that it's power required. So I don't think that's timed. I think we actually just can go back and get that done. Thank God. I was about to be quite upset there. Yeah, that was about to irritate me quite a lot, because if it was a war table mission, it'd probably take like 40 minutes, and that'd ruin my whole plan for the episode. And I have no backup plan for the episode, actually, so that would have been quite a tragedy. Alright, here it is. Translate the dragon text. Ambassador Montilier, I have been considering your last letter, and as I do owe you a debt of gratitude for handling the Cumberland incident, I think I have found something that may solve your mystery. I have an acquaintance in Minrathous, who has a brother in that circle's College of Antiquities. A few favors, and he may be able to translate your ancient text, but I should warn you, they are likely to be costly favors. This may be your most promising avenue. Yours sincerely, Baron Maxwell von Saren. You will of course do that. Esteemed Ambassador Montilier, enclosed you will find the completed translation of your fascinating manuscript, which our scholars estimate to predate the First Blight. The dialect caused quite a stir in historical linguistics. The College of Antiquities would be most interested in further cooperation with the Inquisition, should you uncover more Tavine documents from the pre-Blight era. Cordially, Anaximander Vetre, Dean of Antiquities, Minratha Circle. We will, of course, venture forth, get right back in the business. We got a dragon to slay. Can't exactly name this episode Dragon Hunting if there is no dragon hunting. I'd be a little disappointed if I went ahead and showed my build and all for no reason.
The Abyssal High Dragon in... Oh. Yes? Can I assist you?
Or like I can assist you.
My people have translated that Tevinter manuscript.
Studies on dragon hunting patterns? Migrations? Ha! Durant's theory that dragons can't see the color blue is refuted. With those dreadful raiders out of the way, we can finally lure out the Abyssal High Dragon. You should have the honor, my friend.
You want me to do
I've
it, huh?
made note of the appropriate spots in the wastes for you to place lures. Place this bait, and then wait. It will be a momentous achievement in draconology.
Well, let's get to work.
I'm off to plant the bait for the High Dragon.
I cannot wait to hear your observations. You must make note of how she circles the hunting area.
Oh, I'm sure I'm gonna get a real
We'll have to
close
speak
look.
some other time.
Right, since I have no idea how this is going to go, based on our level, it's been so long since I played this game. I don't actually remember what level you're supposed to be before you start tackling these, so I'm gonna do this nice and cautiously. Although I am pretty confident that I can just pop this and explode the shit out of it, but we will see. You know what I don't need on my bar anymore is caltrops. I will probably switch that up actually with my other ultimate, the Inquisition one. I'll probably switch those around just in case I feel the need to drop a rift AoE on people. It's too bad that you can't place your companion's ultimate attacks on your own bar, so you wouldn't have to switch to them. I'd like to just have them all lined up if I could. Where do we want to be standing when we place the last one? Probably right there in the middle, so I'll hold on that. I'll do that one last. Probably the best place on the battlefield to be. Hopefully you will stay out of my fight. I don't want to have to deal with a random Phoenix or a Vargas that's boss level because of our trials. Ah, yes. Well, I'm going to trust you will stay away. Here goes nothing.
She'll be here soon. Prepare yourself.
I'm about as prepped as you could want to be.
A dragon. Let's be sure she leaves us in one piece.
Yeah. Need to hope it. Pretty cool. But yeah, the dragons are one of my favorite things about this game. It is very, very, very cool. They're all super unique looking too. Okay. You want to do something about this, Cassandra? Look at the damage. How absurd is that? I actually messed up my I actually messed that up too, believe it or not. executed that pretty bad, but it immediately died. I was like shooting at the head initially, which I shouldn't have done. I should have tracked on the body, popped this to Sunder, and then immediately just spammed into this and then this. But yeah, that's the damage you get out of your Focus Ultimate. Absolutely insane. What did we get? Superb Ring of Armor Pen, Infused Dragon, Dragon's Tooth, Dragon Weapon, Dragon Scales, and Dragon Bone. These are all tier 4 materials. That is Chef's Kiss. Take all of that, and it looks like my entire party got a level out of that too, just not me. Yeah, that's, well, I think we're ready to take on some dragons. I don't know about you guys, but, I think our build is, prepared. Would I kill that in 3 attacks, 4 attacks? Like 3 or 4 cycles of leap and shot right there. yeah, I think my, build might be ready to make a build video. But I will probably not do that yet and make it as insane as possible for the video. We got a couple dragons that we can make an example of for it, so...
Of course, Durin's theory of high dragon behavior is absurd, but... Oh. Yes? Did you need something?
I hope you're not upset that I killed it.
The High Dragon attacked me when I planted the bait. I'm afraid it's dead.
She attacked? How wonderful! You had a first-hand view of her behavior. Did you take any notes on her aggressive posturing? I suppose you wouldn't have. No matter. I should very much like to interview you. At a later time, of course. I could join your Inquisition. My expertise could be of use, and your scouts could help me find other specimens.
Certainly. I'm sure the Inquisition could use a draconologist.
Excellent. I'm sure my research will be of great use to you.
Might run into other dragons, and Corypheus has a dragon himself, right? So it couldn't hurt to have somebody who knows what they're doing.
Are there any other notable dragons you've heard about?
There's supposed to be a smaller cousin of the Abyssal High Dragon roosting somewhere near here. A sandy howler, I believe. I heard rumors of a Vindsummer being spotted taking prey off the Storm Coast. Lovely dragons, remarkably aggressive. Jeanette sighted a Gomordan storm rider hunting in the Dales before. Well, it was her discovery. And I believe a Ferelden Frostback has claimed a measure of the hinterlands as her territory. There may be others, but no word of them has reached me.
We know plenty about the one in the hinterlands. We've seen that one too. Know exactly where that is. That is protecting Barracks Red Lyrium that we gotta take care of there. Righty, let us take a quick look at our companions. So, what options do we have for Cassandra? I think everything that I needed. We could upgrade Torn. We could also upgrade, well, not upgrade, we could go into Livid. That would be something for later, I think. Vivian, you're doing pretty good as is, and Solus, we could keep working down your tree here. Weakened enemies have the damage they inflict reduced even further. That would be just a generally good idea for him. Vivian, if I'm not going to respec you, then we should probably go deeper into the fire tree. Because Flashpoint is pretty good. After you land a critical, the next spell doesn't cost a cooldown, so you could just start spamming things if your critical is high enough. And then Clean Burn is, just, it takes that even further. Your spells burn away any ambient magic that would otherwise slow down your casting. Every spell you cast shortens your active cooldown times. I think we'll start working down her flame tree. And then Cassandra, I'm going to save her skill point, because I haven't decided yet. I need to see her fight normal enemies to know if that whole thing is necessary or not. I don't know if we'll even need to get her taunt upgrade yet. So, now that there's Dragon dead, we can go back to Skyhold, and Iron Bull is going to have a little something to say about that. He's a enjoyer of dragons. I mean, me too. Yeah, that fire was really underwhelming, huh? I can't believe I killed it in like 5 seconds. It took longer to fly in than it took to die in the fight.
Inquisitor, come have a drink.
What are we
To
celebrating?
killing a high dragon like warriors of legend. What exactly am I supposed to be drinking?
Maras lok.
What does that mean?
It means drink.
Oh, bottoms up.
Oh. I know, right? Put some chest on your chest.
I think it's supposed to be put some hairs on your chest.
Spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
That thing you just said. You shouted it during the fight, too. What does it mean?
Oh, Tarsidathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing fire at us?
I know, right?
He basically told that he's gonna touch himself to the fire later. Let's see if we can handle a double shot of Canary alcohol. So far, so good.
Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Why do you think the Kunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
You can kind of see how Canary would maybe have some dragon in them from somewhere, right? Just based on everything we've seen of the Canary, everything we know about them, the way that they look, the power that they have, and even from Veilguard, we know that some of them have the ability to breathe fire, so...
It's a shame we had to kill the dragon.
Damn good fight.
We are starting to sound a little tipsy, Inquisitor.
Of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink.
Oh boy. Bottoms up.
Oh. Nice. To dragons.
We're definitely gonna have a hangover. It's crazy that even Iron Bull has a hard time with that shit.
To finding the biggest, baddest things in the world and showing them that we're badder.
Anan.
Atashi. Yeah, Atashi is a very cool name for dragons, I think. Right, so 33 minutes, none of our war table operations are done yet, so let's go turn in our Grey Warden artifacts to Blackwall, and then we'll wrap the episode on up. We collected some from the Western Approach, but we haven't chatted to him yet, so we'll go hand him the goods, and then we'll wrap it up. Maybe he'll say something about the dragon, too. Quite an audience for that in the courtyard.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have liked to have seen it.
I'm sorry, Blackwall.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Alright, that is where I'm going to wrap this one on up. So, thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment on your way out, and I will see you soon with more Dragon Age Inquisition. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.